Good morning, everyone. We are here with another live stream from Daddy TradePie on YouTube channel. I had a lot of problems with my TradingView account and they canceled my account without any reason. They also removed my account. So I lost all the data and all the information that I had on that platform. Now I decided to start using NinjaTrader instead. So we have a kind of similar we have the kind of similar thing that we were doing previously on the TradingView, but with a different platform. And right here you can see the 15-minute chart. Over here in the bottom left you can see the 5-minute chart, and the big chart on the right side is 1-minute chart. As we were using the same in the TradingView. Also, I realized that this platform over here has better facilities for trading. I can make a strategy and define the stop loss as well as the take profit point, and everything is done automatically, so I don't need to do this thing, and I already created my strategy over here. So we can see once we start trading, but right now we are 9:20 in New York local time, and we have around 10 minutes to the opening bell. So I would like to jump into the 15-minute chart and do a little bit of analysis over here. As you can see, we were going higher the entire week since Monday, and today is Thursday. So the pertinent level that I care about is right now we traded inside this buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency over here of that is happened in the Asian session for today's trading session, and we created a kind of relative equal highs over here, these three candles, and we have the daily high that is formed in London at 4:15 over here. So saying that I'm kind of neutral for now, and I have to wait for the market to open and give me some more insight. Now saying that, let's go to 5-minute chart. In the 5-minute chart we see very clean buy side liquidity resting above these relative equal highs over here, as well as the first relative equal highs in at 21,687.5. So I expect that we see kind of a run higher, preferably to this inefficiency over here, this CB formed at 7:25 New York local time. After that we will see what will be happening. But to me the first bias should be bullish and trying to reach to 21,703. This is the first bias that I have. I highlight that level on the 1-minute chart over here, so we know that we are interested in this line. As you can see in the blue line, this is our buy side liquidity, and I'm very interested to see that high taken. If this high is taken before the opening bell, after that I will keep my attention towards this sell side liquidity resting over here. That has happened even after 8 a.m. and we didn't try to purge it and attack to that. So far we have this very smooth area in the buy side, and let's have the sell side also mentioned that I mentioned. Okay, and this is our sell side. I need to change this color to define it as a sell side. All right. The first relative equal highs over here has been traded through, and now the next objective is 703, the high of this candle. Now we have around 6 minutes to the opening bell. With respect to yesterday, we are opening in a premium, so I'm expecting the first 30 minutes to see a run lower. And yeah, I was saying this CB over here in the 5-minute chart is very good area for the price to reach and then start reacting to it and go lower. Okay, now we have this area that is also including the buy side liquidity of this very smooth area of price in the 5-minute chart. Five minutes to the opening bell, and yeah, let's see what we have over here first. Liquidity that is going to be purged is buy side or sell side. I guess they're going to attack first the buy side liquidity, and after that we will see a reaction to go lower for reaching this sell side liquidity over here at 21,620. Alright, let me see if everything is good and clear on the YouTube. Right now we have the YouTube exactly over here. Apparently everything looks good. So far so good. And yeah, I can see the chart is clear, is nice and tidy. So we can keep it like this for now, and let's wait for the opening bell that is happening in 3 minutes. So far we traded inside this buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency over here, and we had a kind of good reaction from the midpoint of it. And you can see that the market at this time is starting to go higher a little bit after reaction to the BC. Kind of I like NinjaTrader more than TradingView because it's showing, I guess, more and more exact and precise price delivery and price volatility. So let's see what will happen with this NinjaTrader over here. Now we are trading to the north a little bit after reaching to this inefficiency as well as this breaker block. We have a very good reaction to fill the CB that is formed 3 minutes ago. Now we are waiting for the opening bell, and let's see. I'm expecting the first 3 or 4 minutes of after opening bell, the market starts rallying higher to clear that buy side liquidity and then start its move going lower towards the consequent encouragement of the opening range gap as well as the sell side liquidity. Okay, now we have the market open over here. Let's wait for the first presented fair value gap to be formed. We closed entirely the BC over here and going below the swing low over here. While we are attacking towards the sell side liquidity that I mentioned before the opening bell. Now I'm looking at the volume balance over here to see if it can keep the price above it or not. Okay, we tap into the sell side liquidity and now we are keep going lower. Okay, we have almost 50% of the opening range shown over here at 21,525.5. We have the first presented fair value gap formed in this candle and I'm setting a sell position. getting very close to filling my position for sell, and here I'm filled, and the stop loss is 20 and the target point is at 40 handles, exactly the same as trading view, and we are waiting over here to see how the market is reacting towards the first presented fair value gap. The level of volatility in the marketplace is pretty much very high. At this time we can see how the price is jumping up and down, and it's a little wild in the price action. We have around 13 seconds to the closing of this candle. And this is the new candle formed 20 handles delivered, almost half of the TP. Going for 30 handles. Now I'm breaking my stop loss to break even over here in order to keep myself safe. I'm looking at this volume imbalance over here, if the market is able to reach over here or no. Before doing that, I will deliver my target. Getting very close to the target, and yeah, our target is filled over here for going short. Now I'm waiting for the market to give another opportunity if it's possible, otherwise I'm content with this profit that is happened in 3-4 minutes, and I have around $804 profit, net profit, after deduction of tax of commissions. I have 804. It's pretty much good, and I'm happy with this. So we are trying to reach towards this midpoint of the open range gap, and since I got my target, I'm not willing to take any other position just for the curiosity of people for getting filled on my positions. You can see the prices. Now I'd like to also add this as a first presented fair value gap point, and the color can be black. Why not? We have a very huge first presented fair value gap point over here, and I don't like this, is very thick. Maybe one is better. Okay, now we have the candles a little more clear. Sorry. Okay, now we can see also the shadows. Well, you can see now the market started to play a little gyration around after delivering my TP, but I still believe that it has to go lower, at least to reach the 50% of the open range gap at 21,520 to 25. Okay, now we are getting very close to the consequent encouragement of open range gap, and you can see the levels I highlighted over here in the 15-minute chart on top right. If you cannot see, the time frame of the chart is mentioned over here. As you can see, this is 1 minute, this is 15 minutes, and this one over here is 5-minute chart. So we just fell short a little bit of touching this level, the consequent encouragement of open range gap, and now we start making some positions over here. For those who want to enter, they can also enter in this buy side sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency formed over here, and try and going lower to reach to 520 level. Now we are trading the 50 level. We can see the price is reacting to this area over here nicely. The wicks are allowed to go out of the area, but the bodies are important. The body of this candle is staying in the lower half. This level over here is also the open day gap for today, and you can see the 50% of the Fibonacci level on 15-minute chart is just in the top of the new day opening gap, and now we tapped into the 50% of opening range gap as well as the new day opening gaps high. Well, if you see in the 1-minute chart from this CB that is formed over here, the market had a very nice reaction, reaching to the 520 level. Just fell short a little bit over here. We have the low at 21.5, and over here we tapped into the 20 level. So that was itself a 2500 run or 500 per contract, something considerable that you shouldn't say, oh, it's nothing. No, it's something very useful. And yeah, after the problem I had with TradingView coming to the market and getting my target, and failed in the first try from the first presented fair value gap. Is awesome, it's amazing. And you can see in the model 2024 of ICT is formed exactly here from the first presented fair value gap to the 50% level of the open range gap as well as the high of the new day opening gaps. And yes, we have a very nice delivery from the first presented fair value gap over here. Now you can see once again we traded inside this CB and started going lower. Sorry, I was trying to work a little bit with the keys and how I can move the chart around. So because this is a new platform and I gotta get used to it. Now we reached to the 10th level, 510, and we are going below the near the opening gaps low. And I think over here we can have a kind of retracement higher since the opening bell we started going lower and lower. without delivering to the buy side. So now I'm expecting to see how this week over here is reacting to the market. I mean, the market is reacting to the consequent encouragement of this week, and if it's possible to send it higher. Okay, apparently the market is still searching for lower prices and probably going to the closing of open range gap. So now you see the market is trying to reach the 520 level a little bit now after purging the sell side liquidity below this swing low over here. Now I'm looking at this small volume imbalance between these two candles, how it can react to how the market can react to it. Now we are trying to reach to this inefficiency over here, and let's see if we can go above it and close, then come back to this inefficiency and use it as a springboard to try to reach higher prices for the low of first presented fair value gap. So far, the bodies of the candle couldn't close above this inefficiency. This is the inefficiency that I was mentioning. Okay, now we close the above it. Okay, the second candle also closed above it, and you could enter over here for going long. Now I'm putting a long position over here for the next candle if it touches it. Now my position got filled again. Oops, and I stopped out. Okay, not a problem. We can still look for entry for another position, and we're still in profit from the first trade. Since we are inside this PC and this order block, well, I would like to enter for another long. And for the second time, I got stopped out. Right now we are in break even. I'm still bullish on this place over here because the bodies of the candle are respecting this PC over here. I'm still bullish. But I require the market to bring some more data. Let me turn off the information for prices. because they're bothering me. And like this I can see clear price. Good. Okay, now we are back again here. Trading inside this CAV that I highlighted before. Once again. A very nice reaction after tapping into this CB over here from this candle and going lower. You can see we are in the consolidation phase, and the only thing we have to wait is for the market to finishes this consolidation and shows us a way to go. Now we are trading in the just above the lower quadrant. Now we tapped into the lower quadrant and we are going to reach towards the closing price at 4:15 of yesterday's trading session. You can see we passed through the lower quadrant over here, and now we are trying to reach towards the low of the open range gap. So you can use any opportunity to go short from the marketplace over here, and use the low of the open range gap for the first target, and the second target will be below this swing low over here. And I would like to set a position for going short over here. Getting close to wicket field, and here we go. Now after the market filled our position, started going a little lower, and 20 angles delivered. still right around the 50% projection of the high to low of opening range. I'm highlighting the area for entry over here. It was based on this inefficiency. Once again, trying to tap into that inefficiency.